here in Scotland. Hamilton, Berwick, Tannadice Park, Rangers of Rugby Park, Ayr United Football Club, Hampden Park, Dundee, Motherwell, Easter Road, Celtic Park, Airdrie, Queen's Park, Albion Rovers, Dundee United, Birmingham Football Club, Elgin City, Hampden Park, Hibs, Hearts, Kilmarnock, Partick Thistle, Pennycar Stadium, Vibrox, Somerset Park, the Jam Tarts. It's fair to say Scottish football has had its share of bad press before, but I want to show it in its best lights. There's more than enough positive stories out there. I've researched a hell of a lot of Scottish football clubs lately and must say I absolutely love it up here. No footballing country that I've been to seems to have as much history as it does up here, but what about the future and the present? In this video, I'll be explaining why I think Scotland is one of the best footballing countries in Europe. Also for the channel, I have a massive challenge coming up for the end of the year. It's a big idea and you're going to want to hear about it, so please do stick around until the end. As I take you through my points in this video and profess my love for the Dumbartons all the way to the Dunfermlines, my good friends at FOCO have sent me these to build during the video. To my long-time subscribers, cast your mind back to the middle of lockdown. A young YouTuber struggling for content was sent a package. It was the Camp Nou from my friends at FOCO. All of the products on their website are officially licensed, so you know you're getting the very best. Shop from West Ham to Juventus to Liverpool to Scotland to Northern Ireland. Honestly, they have a massive range of top drawer, officially licensed quality football gear. Check their website out, it is the first link in the description box below. Okay, so first we've got the Scotland badge or the Scotland ball. I think I'm going to start with the ball and leave the badge till the end. So yeah, as I build these, I'll let you know that, and if you saw my recent Q&A video, I'm currently sat on the floor because I'm moving place, and eventually there's going to be a bit of a YouTube studio in here, but bear with me, it is coming. Made under license, Scottish FA. So why do I love Scottish football so much? We're in a pretty strict situation when it comes to football here in the United Kingdom. We had one pilot week in England recently where the government tried to get fans back inside the stadiums, but that was scrapped like after a week. Yeah, so England did a bit of a trial run recently for fans. It didn't go well, they've scrapped it already. Let's take number 4 out. But yeah, England let fans in for like a week, and it was 1,000 fans for 8 games across the EFL. That being said though, all throughout that period that I was speaking about, fans could and still can attend smaller non-league games in England, one of which I've been to. Even socially distanced stadium tours are on the agenda in England in some cases as well. But what does all this have to do with Scotland? Don't worry, I'm getting there. I need pieces 5 and 6. But yes, Scotland is even stricter than England when it comes to this. And there's no hint of when fans can go back in. There's not even a sniff of any stadium tours. They're a big no-no as well, for some reason. Nicola Sturgeon gave all of Scotland football fans a yellow card in like a speech months ago because of some irresponsible actions due to like just a handful of players. Bolly. But yeah, it makes me very unsure when we're going to get some good news out of Scottish football in regards to allowing fans back in. But what does this have to do with me loving Scottish football? Well, let me tell you, Scottish football is so full of history and there's a lot for me to investigate even without being able to go to matches and stadium tours. I can take a drive down to Berwick and see why an English team plays in the Scottish leagues. I can see the beauty of the Highlands whilst investigating Elgin City. I can look into the history of Celtic and Rangers, look around 2 of the most iconic stadiums in Britain and even check out all the statues on the outside. All up, even if Scottish football stopped completely forever, there's still months and months worth of videos that I could make just based on the history of Scottish football. It's something that the people involved with football here in Scotland should be really proud of. And football is the lifeblood of a lot of communities in this country. We invented it down south, and if you watch my Partick Thistle video, you'll find out that England and Scotland contested the first ever international match back in the 1800s. Yes, it's just a sport, but it's a coming together of people, and it means the world to people like myself, the local fans of all the local teams in Scotland, as well as the clubs themselves who are no doubt struggling in this time. I don't quite think that enough's being done to help football bounce back in 2020, but we'll see what the rest of the year brings. There's still loads of stories out there, like I said, and the history of Scottish football is just amazing. So before we get on and build the next part after the ball, which is going to be the badge, another part of why I love Scottish football is largely down to you people watching, the fans. Without the obvious exceptions, the few comments I get in my videos, the vast majority of the football fans in Scotland feel an immense sense of pride attached to their club and of other clubs within the SPFL. I see it when I see your comments, and I get a lot of requests from all the weird and wonderful clubs from up and down the land. But that's just my experience. What about some stats to back up how good the Scottish fans are? This will blow you away if you've not heard this already. Compared to every other single country in Europe, Scotland has the largest percentage of the population which goes and attends football matches. So you can make the argument that the SPL is the best supported league in the world, or in Europe at least. Quite amazing really, especially if you consider the kind of bad sentiment towards the football authorities and the running of the game up here from the fans. Imagine if A, football fans actually thought it was a well-run league and they trusted the authorities, and B, some money got pumped into the league to make Scottish teams more competitive outside of Scotland, i.e. in Europe. Just imagine a league where Rangers have still got the likes of Gorham and Gaza, Celtic have got Van Dijk and Larson playing. They'd be getting further in Europe, and better players would be coming through the smaller clubs in Scotland as a result of that as well, having to compete with even better teams at the top. With that huge fan base that's here that I've already touched on, plus a big cash injection, Scottish football could be absolutely unstoppable. We just need a PSG or City style owner who can come in and bankroll the Kelty Hearts. Right, let's get into building the badge. And I'll tell you about another reason why I love Scottish football, the stadiums. So I've seen my fair share now, mostly from the outside, but some also from the inside. When you consider the type of football that was played in a lot of these stadiums in what I coined Scotland's golden era of football recently in one of my videos, the 1960s, when you visit these places in the modern day, it gives you a real sense and a feel for kind of what used to be. I don't want to delve too much into the 60s as I want to cover that in another video coming soon. But when you stand outside Celtic and see Billy McNeil, Jock Stein, Jimmy Johnston outside there with their statues, gives you an amazing feeling. When you visit the old kind of disused Hampden Park and think of all the cup finals and international matches that were played there. When you see the Icons of Ibrox poster outside of Rangers. When you remember that Jimmy Johnston played at home at Boroughbriggs for Elgin. When you see the memorabilia between the tussles of Berwick Rangers and Rangers Football Club at Berwick Stadium. When you see Easter Road and Tynecastle of Edinburgh. The two Dundees just over the road. All of these places are iconic and conjure up feelings of the past. And I hope these places soon have an equally iconic future. So what's next for the channel? Well, quite a lot. Without having this idea in mind when I began my Scottish videos, it now seems like the obvious thing to do. Since March, I've visited 17 Scottish clubs, with 16 being in the SPFL. There's 42 teams in the SPFL pyramid, and I want to tick them all off in a video before 2021 begins. And by tick them all off, I mean just see them and make a video about them in some capacity. We're coming into winter now, and I've still not been to Inverness, Ross County, Aberdeen, Cove Rangers, so there's going to be some pretty weird trips up north with the weather, I feel like. But I'm gonna make it my mission to see everyone. Granted, most won't let me look around their grounds. There's no tours and no games that I can attend. But I think a lot of my viewers enjoy the videos where I explore the towns as well as the stadiums, even just from the outside. So there's 26 to go. And they are Aberdeen, Livingston, Ross County, St Johnstone, Alloa Athletic, Arbroath, Dunfermline, Greenock Morton, Inverness, Caledonian Thistle, Queen of the South, Raith Rovers, Clyde, Cove Rangers, Dumbarton, East Fife, Falkirk, Forfar Rangers, Montrose, Peterhead, Annan Athletic, Brecon City, Cowden Beef, Edinburgh City, Stenhouse Muir, Stirling Albion, Stranraer. A few of them will be done in one video, like my Derby videos where I visit multiple clubs in one day. Some will be standalone videos where I get to just go to that one club for the day and really investigate it fully. But rest assured, if you support a club in the SPFL that I've not been to yet, I will get there. Not just the SPFL though, there's a few matches that I want to go to in England, as well as some non-SPFL teams that I want to go and see here in Scotland. I've already been to Berwick, but Gretna have an amazing story, as do Renton and a few of the other junior clubs in Scotland as well, as that's quite a big part of Scottish football. So if you like Scottish football, I've got you covered for the rest rest of the year. Please do remember to check out FOCO, they have some amazing products on their website. If you have any video ideas for me, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Some of my best ever videos have come from your comments. Thanks so much for watching. Please do remember to like and subscribe. I'll leave a few videos on screen so you can keep watching my content as well as a playlist. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.